Hello, I'm Elijah, and I'll be the substitute for Amelie while she is in her maternity leave, birthing new beings into this world. And this is Jinky of the day. And today the sun is illuminating Jinky 48. From inadequacy to resourcefulness to wisdom. And this is a really deep time. It always is, always will be. This deep well of the unknown, of the future, the uncertainty of what is to come. And when we're worried about the future, about what's gonna come, sometimes we can be overwhelmed with a fear, with a constriction, with a coming down into inadequacy. Do I have any power in this world? Can I affect real change? How can I feel safe and secure in this world that's constantly moving and shifting? That my external reality seems to show up with new challenges and experiences that really rack my body with real fear and anxiety. You know, inadequacy is a deep rooted in our DNA. It's deeply rooted in every human being. And we either push that away and actually can use that fear that people have of being inadequate, of being not enough, and we can use that to manipulate others. Or we can be in the masses and the sleeping sheep that just go with whatever is told to us from the systems, from government, from religion, from our parents, from our conditioning. Inadequacy is a deep fear of the infinite abyss. You know, in the I Ching it's called the well, and when you look down into a well, you have no idea how deep it really goes or what's hidden in that water. Inadequacy Inadequacy is programmed partner with control, and we use false ideas of control to make our reality seem safe and secure. Really, life is always changing. The only thing that is eternal is change. So the constructs that we put on our life, the deadlines and the rules and the ways that we perceive our reality are illusions that our mind is trying to use to get in control of ourselves and of our surroundings. Inadequacy is the deep fear and the deep knowing that we actually don't have that kind of control. No matter how brilliantly loving we can be on our internal reality, our external world can still show up and will still show up with challenge. How can we find our stability in this dance of life that's always moving, always shifting? In the I Ching, it's the abysmal river of devotion over the gentle wood, the gentle wind of intuition, clarity. So inadequacy in this Bagua poetry is the half-heartedness and unease. When we're not truly making a commitment in our life, we can feel the sickening feeling in our body that the winds are changing, that something is happening, and I don't know if I should run, I should hide. Resourcefulness is the willingness, the committing to our intuition, trusting in life, trusting that life has exactly what we need when we need it, that if we dive into that well, we can pull up in any moment exactly what is necessary for us to move one step forward. Resourcefulness is the willingness to leap into the unknown. I found that worry, that inadequacy and worry and fear, it only happens when our mind is in the future or in the past, worrying about something we've done or said, or worrying about what's to come. But the body is always in the present. Can't get around it. So if we breathe into the body, into the present of this moment, we can discover that true wisdom is encoded in our very physical vessel. We are worthy to be on this planet just by our very birthright of being born here. We were born with the gifts we are here to share with the world. And some of those gifts don't come through our voice, through our art, through our work, through our service. It actually comes from us just being here, being natural of who we are. Inadequacy is this fear and comparison that others are stronger or better, that others have control over us, that we're not enough. Resourcefulness is a willingness to trust that we are enough, that we have what we need. When we relax into the presence, into the natural unfolding of our life, trusting that unknown. This true wisdom is in not knowing, emptying our cup of the conditioning and the knowing and the false constructs our mind has put on reality to actually open to the wonder of uncertainty. That when we empty our cup of our preconceptions, we actually allow life to pour into us something brand new, something exciting, something beautiful. I was, contemplating the Jinky this morning and reading some of Richard's words from the Jinky's book, and he speaks that in resourcefulness, one of the greatest gifts we have, one of the greatest offerings and service is to be a parent. To help those ages of growth of our physical, emotional, and mental body into the world, to clear the codes of these conditionings and ancestral karma, to awaken to new possibilities. And so this key in particular talks about that age from 7 to 14 when our emotional body is being encoded into our being. So breathe back into that time in your life. I had a really great gift of parents who were truly conscious and loving and taught me techniques and embodied and modeled techniques of awareness and love to help me find my own resourcefulness within my being, that I didn't need to be a victim and needed to go outward for my help. And one of those things that my family taught me was EFT, which you may have heard of or seen, and even though I feel inadequate right now, I love and accept myself deeply and completely. What a magical tool that is, to take whatever we're feeling and to honor that feeling, to feel it completely in us, the fear, the anger, the regret, the guilt, to feel it, to find where it lives in our body, and to use the wisdom, the knowledge of acupressure points as one great tool, but really the core of this principle is using love and acceptance of what is, so that our body, our mind, our emotional system, our neurology relaxes into what is. And from that, magical new things arise. By being really present with what we're afraid of, and then opening to the possibility that we will discover the next step on our journey, that we will find what it is that our body is calling for, that our soul is yearning for. We are the resource. And we call upon each other in this resourcefulness. We draw from each other's wells to sate our own thirst. This is a communal experience where when we drop into our stability, we can be the well of wisdom and love for others. Amelie asked and invited and graciously accepted my help during this time when her well is sending her deep into the mysteries of birth. And as I've been going through the deep mysteries of death and rebirth in my own life, I have a resource to give to this community to sate each other's thirst. Wisdom is the devotion to clarity. Wisdom is silent. It's unknowing, yet unchanging. It's what lies beyond that veil of the mystery. I love this concept that the greatest wisdom in humanity is in the physical body. Feel what you're feeling this week. As the sun illuminates this key, feel what you're feeling in your inadequacy and your need for control. Feel what you're feeling in your grief and your anger and your sadness. Feel it completely through the wisdom of your body. You don't need to disperse into processing that with others. If you want an honest, loving witness, call upon your family, your community, and yet discover what your body is calling forth in this moment. The clarity through your devotion. Devotion to truth, devotion to the opening, that this shadow is giving us an opportunity, a doorway into the gift of our life, to resource, to we-source. This incredible free energy that is inherent in every living creature and every particle of the universe has the potential energy to bring more beauty and balance and harmony to the world. So I encourage you, as you contemplate this key in your life, to discover where is our boundary of fear. Where do we distract with our mind into the future or into the past that makes us worry? Where am I giving away my power to my external reality when actually, the programming partner of authority, being the author of your own life, to stand in your sovereign truth, to be worthy here and now, to discover what the mystery has for us. Make love to the mystery. Let the unknown be exhilarating in its possibilities. Discover where your core stability can be in harmonic balance, can be in dynamic equilibrium with the changes of the universe. Every moment is an opportunity for our liberation if we choose to listen to what is the universe bringing to me in this moment. And when we feel inadequate, when we feel like we don't have enough, to relax our mind's idea of what enough is, to relax our projections of comparison around others' talents or money or opportunity, and discover what was given to us from the moment of our conception, what was encoded in the very being of our DNA, in the core of ourselves. Discover what gifts it has to share for us when we dive into that well and pull up the water, the new, fresh, living water of our life. We all have a gift to share. I'm excited and blessed to be in this gift of our life together, to find out what it is that my community, my world really has to share. When we face into the fears and the darkness and the depths of the abyss. So we'll see you next week.